talking about a subject that's very near and dear to both of our hearts.
Yeah, we gotta get.
It's been a passion project. It's a subject that doesn't get enough attention. Some people know about it, of course, but it's basically.
We're talking about world hunger, right?
No, we're talking about the unification of the Americas, dude.
The who?
The unification of the Americas.
Yes.
Now you say, well, that's what the Panama Canal is all about, right?
Right. Oh, you mean, okay, so we're talking about like connection of goods?
Yeah.
Right.
Services,
like free trade?
Well, that can be decided later on. You know? It doesn't have to come with the highway.
Right.
We can definitely facilitate that.
Right, but wait. Do we need a highway?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got to cost millions of dollars. Most importantly, and second most importantly, we have to be in charge of.
Okay, so you're telling me that there's a.
Listen, there's an opportunity for investment, okay, and for more important than that, human connection. No, but I'm just kidding. But
yeah, more importantly, money, bro.
But.
Okay, but what are we talking about here? Are we talking about water?
I'm talking about the Darien Gap, dude.
The Darien Gap?
The Darien Gap. So recently, we've been really looking into this Darien Gap.
Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen.
And basically, the Darien Gap is a stretch of land between Panama and Colombia. Deemed to be too unsafe and too muddy, essentially, to develop. And
right, because the thing is that we have a highway, we have a road network.
Yeah,
across the Western Hemisphere, connecting Alaska all the way down to the Darien Gap.
Yep.
And then on the other side of the Darien Gap, we have all the way down to Tierra del Fuego, the end of Argentina.
But because of the difficulty to develop the Darien Gap, which is essentially a stretch of, I think, 60 miles, is what it says here.
We're talking about
66 miles.
Humans, we can't cross 60 miles. Man, that's to the Keys.
6-mile stretch.
That's like an hour's drive.
That's nothing, man. You can do that.
Are there like dragons there? Is that
the problem is
because there's no other road. I mean, it'd be cool to just, it's just, it seems crazy that this is the same species that created COVID-19 in a laboratory. Yeah. Like there's nothing we can't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we can't cross this fucking patch of ground.
Especially racist that you would think that COVID-19 was engineered in a lab that was studying COVID-19 diseases in the city or region where the disease began.
Look, if you keep talking, I'm gonna have to get my tinfoil hat because you're trying to connect dots that are really unconnectable, like the Darien Gap. Yeah. It's just we can't cross these dots. Can't cross these I's. Nor the T's.
Anyway, I think there's a big opportunity there in the Darien Gap.
So you're telling me that we cannot cross the Darien Gap because, again, what is the major?
From what I'm reading, there's a lot of complaints of mud. It's very wet.
I mean,
it's very inhospitable.
Have you ever gotten mud on your fresh socks or fresh pants?
Yeah.
It sucks.
No, it's gonna be hard. But that's not a good reason. There is also the.
Is there gold or oil?
No.
Does it need a little freedom?
No, man. If there was oil there, that gap would have been bridged. Hold on a second. Okay, there's been history of travelers that have made it across. Also, travelers that did not make it and were kidnapped.
What do you mean?
Killed.
Kidnapped by whom? Like monsters?
No, man. No, even worse. Colombian. No.
Oh no!
They
Hispanic people.
They have the FARC down there, which is a group of guerrilla warfare.
Guerrillas.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
So yeah.
And
fuck shit up.
And so so we got killer gorillas. We got killer guerrilleros.
Inhospitable environment. It's very muddy. Did I say muddy?
I'm sure there's probably bugs,
very muddy.
Spiders. Probably snakes.
Armed conflict. Yeah, and the FARC insurgents in 1998. Yeah, so they still have problems with the FARC. In 2002, British travelers Tom Hart Dyke and Paul Winder were kidnapped by FARC in the Darien Gap while hunting for exotic orchids. Maybe.
Exactly. Why were?
Well, whatever. They were hunting for exotic orchids. That's what the thing says. They were held captive for 9 months and threatened with death before eventually being released unharmed and without ransom being paid. They're quite really nice guys.
That's
they're quite really nice guys.
But now, can we do something? Can we? Do we have the technology to get a satellite view of the Darien Gap?
Impossible, because it's too muddy. I don't know if
it absorbs all the satellite waves.
Exactly. There's probably snakes too. In 2003, Robert Young Pelton, on assignment for National Geographic Adventure magazine, and two traveling companions, Mark Bedevin and Megan Smaker, were detained for a week by the United Self-Defense Forces of Colombia, a far-right parliamentary organization, in a highly publicized incident.
What were they doing? Looking for truffles?
No, it's wrong. They were probably looking for truffles, man.
Exotic gladiolas.
They found them.
So, yeah,
Darien Gap.
Pull it up on Google Maps if we can. Yeah. Because let's take a look at this thing.
Google Maps. Darien Gap. Google did.
Well, not Google Street View.
Right.
No, I just want a satellite view of it. I want to see where the road ends, and I want to see what the problem is. Okay, so where it is.
Mm-hmm. Right here. So there's known cities. Right here. It's got to be right here. So this is the end of this road right here, right? After Panama City, you got some Panama, and then you got Colombia on the other side over here.
But where? I don't see anything.
The gap would be right here.
No, get a better map. This is not.
What do you mean?
We need something that's precise.
This is the maps that we have in this world.
No.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see. This is a courthouse.
Yeah, that's why. This is not accurate.
Hold on a second.
No, just Google it. In there, right there, put Darien Gap.
Come on, man. You know that they don't have. Look, this is the end of it right here. So, okay.
But then there's a hospital on the other side.
Okay. Thank goodness.
And a bar, not too far.
Oh, look at it. It doesn't look bad either.
I know.
Let's go to the street view.
No, but I want to see the jungle.
Looks pretty muddy.
Okay, so here it is.
Oh,
I found it. Look up Darien National Park.
Okay. Pinogana Park?
No, Darien National Park. Okay, it's in the province of Darien.
Here we go. Oh, here you go. So is this right here?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, zoom out.
I mean, it is mountainous, right? Wow, dude.
So then where does life end? Where does life pause?
No, it doesn't.
Civilization pause.
Apparently in the Darien province.
Right.
In the Darien Gap.
Is this it? Wait, and then it keeps... Then it resumes over
right
here.
You see the border between Panama and Colombia right here.
What is this? Ah, okay.
This is Pamplona.
Pamplona.
Museum right on the border? Where you at? Temporarily closed? Nah, man. What museum are you talking about? That museum? This museum right here?
Yeah. I've been to museums like that.
Museums.
Yeah. Look at that museum!
I mean, they're hard to see, you know, but...
Wow. Oh, did you hear that Tiger King's running for president? He announced?
He can't.
He did.
Can he?
Oh, this is America.
As a prisoner?
I think he'll be out now.
I don't know. What is he in for?
Conspiracy to murder Carol Baskin?
No. What? No.
Murder.
In April 2019, a federal jury found him guilty on 2 counts
of hiring someone to murder
Baskin in Florida. 8 counts of violating the Lacey Act by falsifying wildlife records, and 9 counts of violating the Endangered Species Act by killing 5 tigers and studying tigers across state lines. Nice.
Joe Exotic. When does he come out? 21 years in prison. Look up Joe Exotic for president.
Did you see that they found Carol Baskin's husband?
He just couldn't take it anymore?
No, he was hiding out in the Caribbean. I'm not even kidding.
I think I heard something about this.
Yeah.
So she didn't even murder her first husband?
No. Hold on, and she died, no? Huh?
Who? Carol Baskin?
Yeah. No. Got rickrolled. I thought she died. Nah, she's alive and well. And so's Homeboy, man. He's in Costa Rica. I had my doubts. I think I fell for some poster clickbait. But yeah, so the Darien Gap.
Oh, can you put satellite view?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Here.
Like I said, it's too muddy. They might not have it.
Yeah, it's not found. So, because you're in like some guy's Google My Maps.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
This is a custom map.
It's not custom.
Oh, click on that. Oh, it's over there.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Right. I think it's like this. All this is like it's too much apparently.
Right. So really, where does the road stop? Right here in Yavisa.
Right.
Yavisa Village, right here. Okay, on the Panama side. Last road, US 1. Okay.
Oh, this looks pretty fucked up. Like,
yeah, sure.
in terms of, but why can't they just go over here? But why can't we go here?
The ocean here. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this also
That's
is kind of muddy. You know, it's kind of green, very heavy. Oh, look at it. It's kind of weird.
Well, yeah. Let me see.
So the road's there. Oh, that's a river.
Look at this part. Okay, so you got a road right here.
Is that a road or a river?
I don't know, man. It says
Rio. Rio too. Yeah.
Okay. Just Rio.
So then, okay.
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. It's very muddy, I'm sure. It's very swampy.
What's this?
But to say that, what's this? BDA Gonzalo.
Clouds reflecting off the mud. Those are clouds.
Are they? Oh, yeah, they are.
Holy
shit, that's pretty cool, man.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
Why clouds?
Yeah, just keep zooming. Zoom in on the clouds. Oh.
Come on. What do you mean, why?
I don't know.
I
wanted just the water. Just, yeah. But look, but look at this.
It's a cloud, but, right? Yeah, it's like stitched.
Yeah, that's the best we could get of this section.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What's this right here? This is a river. This is all river, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it is, huh? All swamp.
Oh, but look at that.
Yeah, but you have a major city. Okay, so where's that road?
Back there. Back east.
Wow.
I mean, back west.
Okay.
Or actually, yeah.
Okay, so your visa.
It's US 1, dude.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's surreal.
Mm-hmm.
Your visa, and then where would it continue to? Quickest way. Small
this is
river.
the city over here.
So it
This
has
is
to
the
connect
major
to
city here.
62, or go this way, which may be more difficult.
I guess if we... What is this material? Can we zoom in? Can we enhance?
Trees.
Wow. Sorry, we have no imagery on file.
So,
that's
again,
crazy.
Episode 1. What is going on in the Darien Gap?
What's up with the Darien Gap?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what is going on with the Darien Gap? Why? Look.
We don't look how good the quality is here. All of a sudden.
What is this? These are people.
This is a village.
This is a settlement.
A little settlement right here. We have a litter of boxes the size of houses or
Can you zoom in more?
That's it. I can't tell you street names.
Damn.
Yeah.
I want to know if they had any fire food. But you know, it's
all of a sudden here Google says sorry, can't help you in 2023.
Look at that.
For how long? I'm curious.
What's the
Am I
scale?
connected to the internet? Yes.
Okay, so this is 200 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 28. Let's call it 30. 30 times 200. That's where the calculator comes in, ladies and gentlemen. That's a really simple 1, 2, 6,000 feet. And how many feet are in a mile? It's about 6,000 feet. How many feet are in a mile?
4,000 something.
5,200 feet.
Okay. So let's call it a mile.
Right. So now, I inadvertently paused the voice while connecting to Siri.
Yeah, I think I got
that dumb bitch. Are we capturing both? Are you?
I don't know how that.
Oh, Siri just told me I won't respond to that.
Wow.
Now that I got recorded in a file somewhere in Cupertino. How many? So each screen drag is a mile.
So
are you keeping track of your drags?
Just about.
Okay, how many drags was it? Was it 60 drags? Was it 60 mile gap?
Yeah, more or less. More or less.
So when they say it's
Basically,
60 miles, what are they assuming?
Here,
the straight route? Unguia. Hey, there's an airport right here. Look.
What is it called?
Unguia.
Unguia, right?
And then people probably go from there to there, and then to that other.
What's this, a volcano or something? What's this?
That's a lake.
Parque Deportivo.
So there's roads there. People live in the thick of it.
This right here?
Okay, so there's a road. Oh no, there's a river?
No, it's a road.
Okay, so what is this road?
This is a road.
Then what's the lake then? We got roads there already? Have you ever heard of the 1884 classic English as She Is Spoke?
No, don't think so.
Okay, so I think from what I remember, it's a Portuguese. Well, let me just let's see what we got here. In the 19th century, a relatively unknown author named Pedro Carolino rapidly gained intercontinental popularity over a small Portuguese to English phrase book, English as She Is Spoke. I'm getting some Borat vibes.
Uh-huh.
Or O Novo Guia da Conversão em Português e Inglês, right? Was originally intended to help Portuguese speakers dabble in the English tongue. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a Portuguese to English phrase. You know, travelers. Right. You know, probably like quick phrases. Right. And with a title like English as She Is Spoke, you know, it's probably going to be
as She Is Spoke.
Right. It might not be the Queen's English.
No.
So, and instead of helping Portuguese speakers learn a second language, it became a cult classic for fans of inept and unintentional humor. I think Mark Twain picked it up and like published it or republished it or whatever. Including already among English speakers, including author Mark Twain, who wrote the introduction for the first English edition published in 1883. Twain endorsed the book saying, quote, "Nobody can add to the absurdity of this book. Nobody can imitate it successfully. Nobody can hope to produce its fellow. It is perfect."
Wow.
Okay? So let's see what old Sammy boy, if Sammy had a point. So let's see here. The book itself is a guessing game of intention and phrases contorted in the unorthodox translation process. So what's the translation process that involved this? It is presumed that Carolina wrote the book through the aid of a Portuguese to French dictionary and a French to English dictionary, using the former for an initial translation of a word or phrase from Portuguese, and the latter to convert it from French into English. The second chapter of the book is entitled Familiar Phrases.
This is a book by Mark Twain?
This is a book by so for example, the second chapter, it's a Portuguese guy who wrote the book, but he wrote the book using a Portuguese to French dictionary and then a French to English dictionary. But he wrote the book intended for Portuguese people to speak English. So he thought he could, finesse his way through this, right? So then Mark Twain saw the book, but the book is hilarious, right? Because it's so wrong, it's so bad, but that's why he's like, it's perfect. He actually wrote the foreword. So, for example, the second chapter of the book is titled Familiar Phrases and features sentences intended to help the wary Portuguese traveler in everyday conversation, things that you would typically hear, such as, "He has spit in my coat." So I have a copy of the book here.
How old is the book?
From 1884. The book is in the public domain at this point, clearly. English as She Is Spoke. So there's a couple of nuggets in here. Because imagine you're relying on this book. You're in another country. And
and you start saying that shit.
Right. Okay, so useful words. You ready for some useful English words? All right. The brain. The inferior lip. The brains. The superior lip. The fat of the leg.
Wait.
The marrow.
No, I'm baby. Which is the root word and what do we translate?
The ham.
No. Hold on, I'll get it.
We got this is a book.
Okay.
This is your book.
All right, the man, the brain. Wait, what am I reading? What is it?
Useful words. These are useful words.
Superior lip, the brain. Superior lip. These are useful words pertaining to the man.
To the man. Yeah, these are masculine.
The reins, the ham, the marrow, the ham of the leg. Defects of the body, a blind.
A left-handed. The left-hand defect.
A lame. An ugly. A bald.
There
I go.
That was survived.
A squint-eyed.
A squint-eyed. That's slightly racist, dude. Slightly racist.
A deaf.
A deaf.
Yeah, I figured that we're going to close out that one.
So what else we got?
Trades.
Okay, let's hear some trades. Let's hear some common everyday trades.
Starch maker.
Of course.
Is that like a baker?
I don't know.
Starch maker? Okay. Barber.
Okay.
Coffee man.
I can see that. 1884.
Yeah. Oh, probably much
A barista.
paid and what it is now more regarded. There's probably one coffee shop in town.
Right.
It's rare as an imported bean.
You know?
Coffeeman. Pork shop keeper. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, the local
Butcher.
porkmonger. Right.
Oh, wait, where's your pork shop keeper?
Where's your pork shop keeper?
You mean the butcher? And you say...
Yeah, you can survive with that one.
Yeah.
What about, let me see the ham of the man. The ham.
Yeah, my fat leg is all fucked up.
The superior lip.
Hold on, here we go. Now we're going to get lost.
Right.
Here we go. Cartwright. A cartwright.
Of course. What is that? There's a W in there?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Like Nancy Cartwright.
Right, exactly.
Okay, a cartwright. Maybe that's a trade that is no longer... I'm not going to look it up. So.
No.
Tinker's abraser.
Okay, that's probably a metalsmith.
Yeah. Or a clocksmith.
All right, somebody who abraises tinkers.
Mm-hmm.
Tinkly things.
Or tinkers.
Right.
A braille.
Oh, so somebody who's talking a deaf woman.
Yeah.
No, it's just getting started, this book. Introduction is Mark Twain's introduction, yada yada. Okay, here we go.
Okay, a porter.
Okay. Sign. Portero.
No, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Remember this, we didn't write this. A Chinaman.
This isn't a trade.
This is a trade you're born
This is a trade.
This is a trade you're born into.
Right.
So
He's a fine Chinaman.
A founder. Sounds
Okay.
like a regal trade.
Right.
You don't probably do much. A
Entrepreneur.
grave digger.
Okay.
Self-explanatory. A tradesman.
Oh.
You got your shade.
That's your miscellaneous.
Maybe they're eventually going to be founders.
They might be.
A stocking mender.
A stocking mender?
Yeah. Self-explanatory.
Okay, so you just rolled into town, New York City.
I'm a stocking mender.
I'm looking for your stocking mender.
Yeah. Stocking mender? Yeah, you can get around with that.
But what would that be?
Because a stocking mender.
Stockings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Last one, everybody knows locksmith.
Ah.
But
Excellent.
spelled L-O-C-H. Smith. So like a Loch Ness Smith. From the town of
The ham of the man.
More objects of man.
Okay, let's go.
The boots.
The boots.
The buckles. The buttonholes. The buskins. The clogs. The wig. All right.
The wig.
19th century.
The wig of the man.
Yeah, the wig of the man. The morning gown.
Wow. Right. Bata.
The lining.
The lining.
This is like
The skin.
women objects.
Okay.
The busk. The sash. The cornet.
The cornet.
The pump.
The pump.
The paint or disguise.
Wow. Okay, the paint or the disguise.
Disguise. You can get around with that.
Yeah.
Especially
The paint.
articulate
Where do you have
face.
the paint? The paint. Right.
Paint for disguise. Are they gypsies? All right. The spindle.
The
The patches. The skate.
skate. And the batches sound bad. The who?
Servants.
The servants? There's a category for servants?
The coachman.
The coachman? Well,
the coachman.
sign me up.
Spent.
The
who? Running footman.
Oh, the running footman. That's a delivery man? Oh, those are servants.
Oh, he's somebody that...
The running footman is your cabin, your gopher, your fixer.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Your business dash man.
Groom. Yeah. Diseases. The apoplexy.
I'm gonna let you handle this one.
The magreem.
Right?
The scrofulous. The whitlow. The melancholy.
The melancholy.
I have a case of the melancholy.
You ever had a case of the magreem?
The rheumastine. Probably respiratory.
Apoplexy sounds something like something though.
The vomitory. That one is.
I've come. I can't go to work. I have a bad case of
the scrofulous.
Scrofulous.
I'm just itchy, dude. My scrofula is out of control. I'll scrofula. I'll break it. English FC spoke. Parties at town. Okay, the butchery. The low eating house. The causeway. The obelisks.
With a random hyphen in the middle of this. Between consonants.
Were more of a thing back then, no?
I mean,
even in like recent history. I'm not talking about only like Egyptian.
Well, the Roman obelisks were just stolen from Egypt.
Right. The sink, the prison or geol.
Oh.
Kitchen utensils. The pot lid, the smoke, the pot hanger.
The spark.
The clap, the jack.
The smoke.
The smoke.
The pot hanger and the smoke. We still use that to this day.
The skimming dish. Of the bed. The bedwood.
The head's bed.
The feet's bed. The bed bottom. The bed bottom.
Dude.
The head bed.
But isn't this fucking
That's amazing, man.
All right,
I
so
want
then
to keep reading that.
No, and then familiar phrases, okay?
Oh no, I want to go through that whole thing.
You ready?
Yeah.
Have you understand that he says?
I don't know. I've never understood. At what purpose have say so? Right there, big man.
Put your confidence in mine. At what o'clock dine him?
I don't have any cash. All right. Later.
Gold.
No.
It's gold.
This is
Gold, Jerry. Gold.
Don't you are.
Have you forgotten me?
Don't you are awakened yet? I said text you that this morning. Don't you are awakened yet?
Don't you are awakened yet?
No, this has everything you need.
No, my friend was like, this book is perfect. Nobody will ever top it because nobody can imitate it.
No. Who wrote it?
Pedro something.
And he wrote this as a real guy?
Yes. And they say that he used a French.
He created a masterpiece.
He used a Portuguese to French dictionary.
Right.
And then a French to English.
Oh my.
So, entre va y viene, it got all cloudy.
No budge you there. No. I won't fight you on that. You know what I mean?
No budge you there.
No budge you there.
No budge you there.
That's like what's his name from Clarkson's Farm.
Right. But yeah, dude, English as he spoke is fucking nuts. Well, here's some idiotisms and proverbs. All right. The necessity don't know the know.
Right. It's always a problem.
Few the bird make her the test.
Right.
He is not valuable to breed that he eats. To breed that he eat.
Okay.
He has a good beak.
Oh.
He has a great
beak on him,
Yeah. He is... Whoa. I don't know if we can say this one. Remember, this is a different time, ladies and gentlemen. He is not so devil as he is black.
It's not so much that he is un demonio.
Different times, ladies and gentlemen. It is better be single as a bad company.
Right.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Tell me whom thou frequent, I will tell you which you are. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
After the bounce comes the dance.
Oh. Okay.
At something, the misfort is good.
Yeah,
I thought.
I may not agree with it, but to learn. That's where real growth is.
It's like it's like what they say. It's like to crouch the marmoset.
Yeah. My old man always said that.
To make paps or the cats.
Oh wow.
To fatten the foot.
To fatten.
I don't feel like fattening the foot.
To fatten the foot.
And the last phrase of the entire book.
Business is good. I've been fattening the foot.
To come back at their muttons.
Yeah.
So here's like some just stories that everybody knows, right? One day, Alphonsus King's Aragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
One did exhort Henry the Fourth to treat rigorous by some places of the league what he had reducted for the force. Quote, the satisfaction that take off of the vengeance not continued in a minute, told this generous prince, but that which is to take of the clemency is eternal. This is literally just jibber jabber. Diogenes was meeting himself in a magnificent palace where the gold and the marble were in very much great.
Right.
After considering all the beauties, he began to cough. He made 2 or 3 more efforts and did spit against the figurine faces, which show him sure palace. Quote, my friend told him, I have not seen a place more dirty. Where can I to spit?
Wow, that bitch. She can do what, spit anywhere? It's my palace.
Oh, I've never seen a place. I have never seen
more dirtier.
Where I to spit.
Where I to spit, but anywhere.
Damn.
Yeah.
Diogenes.
She's not the one.
Damn, she bad,
As
dude.
the kids say.
Oh my lord. So yeah, this is English.
This is Polish?
Portuguese. It's a Portuguese phrase book.
No, that's it. I've recorded it forever now.
English is CS folk. I'm sure you're gonna ask a couple more times.
No, I'm not like that. I saw a video of these guys. I guess when the law first passed, it must have been in the 70s in the U.S. And they were stopping people to ask them, "Hey, what do you think about this new law that basically outlaws, drinking water?"
What do you mean?
Saying the reactions that we're getting on the news from these people were like, "Well, it's pretty un-American. If I can't, work 12 hours,
right,
get in my truck and have a beer."
I thought this was America. Goddammit.
What we're doing. He's like, yeah. So people were fed up with that, but I can't imagine.
I mean, in Montana, up until fairly recently, there were no DUI laws, and it's also still the best place to register your car, exotic car, because you don't pay any percentage of the car's value or anything. Right. It's just like in the sale.
It's a flat registration fee or something.
Right. With left foot, carry right foot.
The fatter the ham, the more the juice.
The ham of the man. But yeah, back to the Darien Gap.
I think it's but on real talk. I think it's geopolitical reasons. I think it would open up the floodgates to massive
free trade,
migrations, and
But I mean,
namely north. Maybe that wouldn't be good for the countries that are in South America. I would essentially empty out their young.
Yeah, but one is ever considering the long-term consequences of South American foreign policy or any sort of decision where capitalism would declare.
Well, then there's no real money involved in that. That's a project that's a years-long project that's not going to see profit.
Right.
But let's face it, you're going to have it's going to turn into a whole criminal organization all on its own.
Right.
But, we're jumping the gun.
Of course.
We're jumping the gun. That's a big maybe.
Have you understood?
Well, not yet.
Have you understood?
Not yet.
Well, the storm is over. But for me, you know the story of the Panama Canal, how that happened. So they originally hired the guy that did the Suez Canal because he was a fucking superstar.
Frank Suez.
Right.
No.
He was a fucking superstar, and he figured it out, and he did it. He connected, I think it's the Black Sea and the Mediterranean or something like that.
Okay.
He did something there, or no, I'm not sure, but I know Egypt's involved. and the British controlled it for a long time.
Right.
Well, it came time for the Panama Canal, and the French have tried it for a while. They've been trying it. But then there was an engineer that was like, hey, like this is different than the Suez Canal. Here, what if we, hear me out, we raise the water, man. We move the water around the boat.
Here, we raise the water, man. Okay, we bend space around the ship. You know, the powers that be, they rise.
So then the guys clearly said, no, you're fucking nuts.
Right.
I'm John Suez.
I'm Frank Suez.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know I know how to build a goddamn canal.
Have you built a canal? How many canals have you built?
How many canals have you built?
You got into that game,
Some shit.
Yeah.
You think you got
Flexing on the poor kid.
You don't know shit. All right?
That was that kid's hero.
Well, that guy gave up 10 years later. Mr. John Suez. He couldn't figure it out. It was just not. It's different because.
So Johnny Boy.
Because they wanted to drain the original plan was to drain the lake, right? Like the water, like most of the interior, right?
Right.
And then and do it that way. But it was. Problem is that those are the tops of mountains. Like it's not the same thing.
We're talking about big land.
Different volume of water.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening was that Homeboy was still conectado because he had invested money in it. And it cut to, he got the Americans involved. Like, I got this idea. I have the papers. Look at my papers. Like, I want to get the papers.
Yeah.
And then, basically,
Miami-based contract.
He finessed himself into not only, like the main investor was able to not only hire this guy to do his water bending trick, his avatar trick.
Right.
But he was able to become president of Panama and have Panama be an independent country. I wonder how I would say, but to make free itself of Colombia.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's and then the Yankees were there. Mm-hmm. They sent an aircraft carrier, like
nothing to do with
a battleship. They sent a battleship, a dreadnought.
Yeah, just sit in the bay.
Yeah, posted, and then the Colombians are like, fine.
Yeah, fine, guys. Jeez,
fuck.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Right.
That's fucked up.
And then Jimmy
No,
Carter
I'm not saying that's what the Colombians told the Americans.
Died?
Wow, guys, that's really fucked up.
Jimmy
Carter's dead. Yeah.
No. Or
Jimmy
was he
Carter?
just in hospice?
No, he's dead. He died.
No.
Yeah.
No, they would have been doing a half black mask.
You missed it.
Jimmy Carter.
Sorry.
Death.
You totally missed it, bro.
Still alive.
Wow. I'm surprised.
President Biden says Jimmy Carter asked him to give his eulogy.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to tune into that.
Well, wait. We could probably do
Carter, man.
Biden, deep...
On GBT?
Yeah, deep fake generator. Right?
Yeah.
UberDuck.ai. 4,000 voices like SpongeBob AI generated raps. Okay, text to speak custom voice clones. Oh, graphing to phoneme converter. That's how we could train it. Free forever. That's the one I want.
That's it.
Okay. So then, Joe Biden. You got Bojack. Oh, but we don't have Biden. We have Trump. We don't have Trump. Oh, that's weak, dude.
Yeah, man.
We got Obama. Yeah, they got Angela Ballerina. Wait, are these categories? YouTubers? Okay, these must be categories. Okay, so then is there like politician? Yeah, politicians. Barack Obama. All right. So who do we want?
Damn, Donnie. Dude, Donnie.
Trump. Okay, let's do Trump.
Or a match.
Mussolini. Okay. Barack Obama. But who else is there? Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Yeah, but why is he a politician?
Why? He's the mayor of Old Town, dude.
I'll have let me get a 20 Baggins.
Yeah. I'll have he has a really, really deep register, that guy. Flago Ese. Yeah. Sound. I'll take a 20 Baggins. And a 20 Baggins Coke.
Dude, I call it Chad GPT, dude. He's Chad, dude.
Giga Chad.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so chat.openai.com. Now, let's see. Write me Write me a copy pasta style text about
Darien Gap.
the Darien Gap.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so you ready? Now I gotta synthesize the voice. All right, so now we gotta go to this other tab. We're gonna paste all this shit and we're gonna synthesize it. It's now actively synthesizing. Okay, it's done.
Gather round, my friends, for a spine-tingling tale of terror and woe. This is the story of the infamous Darien Gap, a place where danger lurks at every turn and evil whispers on the wind. The jungle is thick and oppressive, the air hot and suffocating. The wildlife is deadly, with jaguars stalking their prey and crocodiles lurking in the murky waters, but it's not just the animals you need to worry about. The drug lords and criminal organizations that inhabit this place are just as deadly, if not more so. There you go. That's
the most important part right there. He's changing it up too.
Some have attempted to cross the Darien Gap.
There we go. He's back
Regarding the dangers that lie within. But many never
No, did you do that?
disappear into the jungle, their screams lost in the howling winds, and those who do return are forever changed, haunted by the horrors they have witnessed.
Nah, you gotta save that. That's nice.
Bring the
The Adderall hasn't kicked in yet. He's coming back. He's coming back.
The indigenous tribes who call the Darien Gap their home are not welcoming to outsiders. They whisper in their own language, their faces twisted with suspicion and malice. Those who venture too close are met with
It's only a matter of time again, Joe.
tribesmen practice dark rituals in the depths of the jungle. They whisper in those.
Imagine a world where President of the United States comes out and does this shit on air.
Even the trees themselves seem to have a
Said Joe Biden, baby.
Their twisted roots reaching up to ensnare us.
No, do that with Joe Biden option. Please, I want to hear it in his voice.
And the shadows dance in the flickering light of dying campfires. Beware, my friends, of the Darien Gap. It is a place where the line between life and death is thin, and where the spirits of the dead linger in the shadows. Do not venture into this place unless you are prepared to face the horrors.
It sounds like Mordor.
Yeah, man. Oh, eso es lo que le gusta a Ozzy ahora.
Oh my god, that was completely unexpected. The thing passed out, dude.
Unhinged.
Okay, you ready for the next synthesis? Okay.
Gather round, my friends, for a spine-tingling tale of terror and woe. This is the story of the infamous Darien Gap, a place where danger lurks.
I didn't want Nixon to do. I wanted this text.
My fellow Americans, it is with great sadness and concern that I must inform you of an imminent threat to our nation. Reports have come in from various sources that foes have been spotted in our skies, and we must assume that these are not friendly visitors from another plane. We are currently working with our top scientists and military personnel to determine the extent of this threat and how we can best protect ourselves. I urge all citizens to remain calm but vigilant and to report any suspicious activity or sightings to the authorities immediately. As your president, I can assure you that we will do everything in our power to defend our country and our way of life. We will not cower in fear or submit to these invaders. We will stand strong and united in the face of this threat, and we will emerge victorious. We will keep you informed as more information becomes available. In the meantime, I urge you all to pray for our nation and our brave men and women in uniform who are working tirelessly to protect us. May God bless America. Even the trees themselves seem to have a malevolent presence, their twisted roots reaching up to the
Darien, you got the Darien in him.
The shadows dance in the flickering light of dying campfires.
Everything is rooted.
He just said saying he's live.
Mr. President.
Where the spirits of the damned linger in the shadows. Do not venture into this place unless you are prepared to face the horrors of the way.
Wow, that's the real story. People hear that.
I like how the satellite image is blocked there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not because they can't see it. That's because somebody requested it.
It's probably because the indigenous people shoot it down.
The indigenous people, right? Yeah, with SAM sites and bazookas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surface-to-air missiles. Yeah,
So good.
Damn indigents.
Damn indigenous.
Oh, this is terrible.
It's not so much that he is devil; it's that he is Cuban.
That's how he is human.
You can use that for anything.
Mm-hmm. Not so much that he dances with the devil. That's how he's Cuban.
Look at that fucking Darien Gap over there. That fucking monster. You know that fucking.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Let me refer to my book here, my phrase book. I don't know how to refer to that. I go to the section on animals.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a section on that.
Barack Obama, had a.
Yeah, he had a breakdown, man. He had an AI breakdown.
Oh my god.
I'll take a 20 baggins. Gather round, my friends, for a spine-tingling tale of terror and woe. This is the story of the infamous Darien Gap, a place where danger lurks at every turn and evil whispers on the wind. The jungle is thick and oppressive, the air hot and suffocating. The wildlife is deadly, with jaguars stalking their prey and crocodiles lurking in the murky waters, but it's not just the animals you need to worry about. The drug lords and criminal organizations that inhabit this place are just as deadly, if not more so.
Right.
This is downloaded straight from the website.
Some have attempted to cross the Darien Gap, braving the dangers they'll lie within, but many never return. They disappear into the jungle, their screams lost in the howling winds. And those who do return are forever changed, haunted by the horrors they have witnessed.
Those horrors included.
Bring the
Oh my god. Okay, look.
Big back.
It's a calamari. Oh, a hedgehog is an aquatic animal. So is a wolf and a torpedo. Oh, everybody knows, all the kids know the basic colors, right? You have red.
What are they?
White, gray, gridlin, and musk.
Wow.
All the colors of the rainbow. And of course, some of my favorite flowers, the anemone, the blue bottle, the mead foils, the hink, and the turnsole. Oh, how many counterpoises would you say is this?
No.
How many counterpoises would you say is the average tombstone?
Probably 27.
Okay, or maybe would you say it's on a boil? Between a boil or a pound and a half?
Pound and a half to a boil.
But not a quarter ounce.
Boil.
Not a quarter ounce, right?
Not an ounce more.
Right? I don't know, blade more.
Open the door there.
You got some good old-fashioned games such as Carousel. Even or not even. Could you imagine that? That sounds like a Soviet era TV game show.
Yeah.
Is it even or not even?
Or not even. 17.
Not even.
Sergey, even or not even? 17. Even?
Okay, so look, these are some famous, important to know holidays. Okay. The Dead's Day.
The what?
The Dead's Day.
Okay, probably Halloween.
The 12th Day.
The 12th day, maybe a Jewish holiday.
The Vigil.
Oh yeah, Easter.
And the Visitation, capital V.
Christmas, maybe.
Maybe.
The aliens.
Also, musical instruments. You have the flageolet,
Mm-hmm.
a drum, a hurdy-gurdy,
A hurdy-gurdy?
A hurdy-gurdy.
Nah, man.
Okay, here is, of course, the category of chastiments. All right? A fine. Honorable fine.
This is an Egyptian translation.
Yes. A bastinade. This is under chastiments, okay?
My favorite.
Chastiments. The dungeon, the iron collar, to decapitate, to impale, to strangle, to whip, the galleys, to stamp, to mark, to handcuff, imprisonment, to the torture rack, to draw to 4 horses.
Wow.
Oye, llegó a 4 caballos, man.
No, dime que las cosas no han mejorado, man.
Llegó a 4 caballos.
When people say...
The ink is white. The ink is white, dude. Yeah, I don't trust that deal. The ink is white.
Oh, I like that.
The ink is white, the paper's white. Look, this is that I have think.
Okay.
The ink is white. All right, and he needs to just go ahead and wax my shoes and dress his hairs. You know, tell me, what can known to know?
Right.
You know?
You know.
He laughs at my nose, he just by me. He has spit in my coat.
Mm-hmm.
Take attention to cut yourself. What is it who you want?
Oh, man. Why did he decide to go the French route? Did he not have access to an English-Portuguese dictionary? I wonder what his reasoning was.
How a Portuguese English phrase book became a cult comedy sensation.
Do the Portuguese take offense?
This set Portugal back 20 years. They use this at the...
Thank God for Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is how they lost half their empire.
Yeah, they were. Legit, right?
Okay, so the book opens with a preface written... Yeah. I had all over Asia as well and Africa. Mm-hmm. The book opens with a preface written in... It details the book's intended audience, stating that it, quote, may be worth the acceptation of the studious persons and especially of the youth, of which we dedicate him particularly. Perhaps predictably, English as she spoke did not become popular among Portuguese-speaking students. In fact, it was never published in Portugal, although it did find an audience 133 years later in Brazil when it was released as a comedy title.
Wow.
Literary journals, small newspapers, and other niche groups helped spread the word about Carolino's work before it was given its first proper release as a humor book, first in Britain in 1883, and then in the United States later that year. Endorsements by esteemed writers like Twain and James Millington helped the unusual phrase book grow a fan base, and it subsequently received many requests for republishing. The book is even rumored to be the inspiration for the popular Dirty Hungarian phrase book skit from Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Did you guys see any money from that? Was he still alive?
Maybe. Yeah, if it's his book. The book itself is a guessing game of intention and phrases contorted in the unorthodox translation process. There is also a section featuring potential dialogues for everyday situations, such as visiting the dentist, purchasing a book, or visiting a sick family member. Of course, the conversations are mostly incomprehensible, such as, do you speak French always? Sometimes, though I flay it yet. You dost express yourself very well. Perhaps the most notorious section of the book is an aptly named chapter entitled Idiotisms and Proverbs, which again features phrases that careen between barely understandable and completely nonsensical. Examples of Carolino's twice translated proverbs include, nothing some money, nothing of Swiss.
Right.
Friendship of a child is water into a basket. Take out the live coals with the hand of the cat. And simply to fatten the foot.
Right.
One could ponder why Carolino took on the task of creating a phrase book in a language he did not speak. But sometimes it is better not to look a gift horse in the mouth, or as Carolino says, a horse buried, don't look him the tooth.
What's his name for gift? Bared?
B-A-A-R-E-D. Bard. A horse bard. Don't look him the tooth.
Okay.
But
I mean, I'd probably be able to pick it up from context.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy is, flaying around.
But yeah, some of them no. Some of them don't mean anything.
Some of these are kind of out there, dude. Like, if someone tells you, I have mind to vomit, you know what that means. Like, he's probably throw up. But if somebody says, I am pinking me with a pin, I'm pinching myself, I guess. I take a broth all morning, okay, me bañé all morning. I shall not tell you than 2 woods. Dress my horse, please. Upon my life.
Mm-hmm.
You make grins? With some mutton? Will you fat or slight? Will you this?
What is fat for them?
Will you a bond? You interarmed me.
Are you fat of foot?
You come too rare. You mistake yourself heavily. You'll not make that to pray all day's work, man. Right?
Right.